My wife left me because she thought I was just a school teacher. She didn't know I'd hidden my real last name.
I didn't plan on hearing my wife destroy our marriage. Not like this. Not while I was standing in our own hallway, soaking wet from the rain, holding the groceries she'd asked for. I heard her voice first, floating down the hall. She was on speaker with her mother. "I'm leaving him, Mom," Emma said. "I can't be married to a school teacher with hands like a carpenter's anymore. I deserve more." The grocery bag suddenly felt like it weighed 100 pounds. The apples, the milk, the chocolate almonds she loved so much. They nearly slipped from my fingers. Her mother's voice crackled through the phone. "I told you from the beginning he was just a stepping stone. You need someone with ambition, someone connected." "I know, Mom. You were right," Emma replied. "Caleb's already helping me find an apartment." "I'm telling Lucas tomorrow." I backed out of the house silently. I closed the door without a sound and didn't let myself think until I was sitting in my workshop, surrounded by the smell of sawdust as the rain slid down the roof gutters. There was no rage, no heartbreak, just a cold, clear focus. I remembered my grandfather gripping my hand before he died, telling me, "Patience, Lucas, the right move at the right time." The next morning, Emma walked into the kitchen wearing the silk robe I'd bought her for our anniversary. She looked surprised to see me. "Coffee?" I asked, my voice calm. She just stared, completely thrown off balance. "Lucas, we need to talk." "About you leaving me?" I replied. Her face went pale. She didn't deny it. "Then, I think we should get divorced," I nodded. "I agree." The confusion in her eyes was almost comical. She expected begging, anger, a dramatic scene. Instead, I told her she could have everything, the house, the car, even our dog. "You're sure?" she asked, stunned. "Absolutely." By that afternoon, she had already found a lawyer. I went to school like it was any other day. In the classroom, I wasn't a husband being discarded. I was Mr. Reid, confident, secure, steady. On Thursday, I met Emma and her lawyer in a glossy downtown office. He presented the divorce terms, and I signed everything without a single hesitation. He tried to add a clause about my future earnings. I stopped him. "I want nothing from Emma's future," I said. "And she get nothing from mine?" Emma just blinked, surprised. She imagined herself walking free into some glittering new life, with Caleb cheering her on. She had no idea I was walking into mine. After signing, I moved into my brother's old hunting cabin. I wore my older clothes, drove my rusty truck, and let the rumors spread that I was broke and living small. Emma even texted me, asking if I needed money. But behind the scenes, something much bigger was happening. 2 days after signing the papers, my grandfather's attorney called. "It's time, Mr. Morgan," he said. "Not Reid, Morgan." I had taken my mother's maiden name years ago for one reason, to protect my inheritance from Emma. At the private bank downtown, I sat with Mr. Hines as he opened a leather portfolio and revealed the truth of my grandfather's estate. Properties, investments, stock portfolios, and a foundation tied to my family name. 8 figures, a fortune. And Emma had just walked away from all of it. When my inheritance hit the business papers a few days later, my phone blew up. Friends, strangers, reporters. And Emma, her voice trembled when she called. "Lucas, is this really you?" "Yes. Why didn't you tell me?" she asked. "You didn't want the truth," I said. "You wanted a lifestyle," she begged to meet. I agreed. She showed up looking perfect, wearing a blue dress. I was in jeans. "Lucas," she said softly, "I am so sorry." "We can fix this." "No," I said gently. "You loved a fantasy." "You left the real me," she cried and tried to take my hand. "Please, let's start over." "No, Emma, we're done." She asked if there was someone else. I told her the truth. There wasn't. I simply no longer wanted someone who had tried to trade me in for a podcaster with connections. The night of the Morgan Foundation's annual gala, I stood in a tailored tux, surrounded by business leaders and influential donors. People came to congratulate me on becoming the new head of the foundation. Then I saw her, Emma, in a black gown, uninvited. "You can't be here," I whispered. "I just want another chance," she pleaded. "I miss you." "No," I said, looking her in the eye. "You don't miss me. You miss what you lost," Her face cracked. "Is this your revenge?" she asked bitterly. "No, revenge would require that I still cared." Mr. Hines appeared at my side. "Mr. Morgan, you're needed for your speech." Emma reached for me one last time. "Lucas!" "Please," I gently stepped back. "Goodbye, Emma," and I walked away without looking back. A week later, she sent one last letter, admitting that Caleb had left her the moment he realized I wasn't poor after all. I placed it in my grandfather's desk. That chapter was closed. That night, a message from Mr. Hines buzzed on my phone. "The Foundation Board approved your education initiative." A smile spread across my face. I wasn't just inheriting wealth. I was inheriting a purpose. Emma had thrown me away because she thought I was ordinary. She had no idea she was walking away from the man I was always born to become. Thanks for watching.